Hey, friends! It's Shark Week! Hey, you like my shirt? It's got like little sharks all over it, see? Yeah, I wear this when I go in the water. That's my camouflage. That way, the sharks will think I'm one of them, and they won't eat me. Anyway, sharks. They're a thing. And they're running around. So, to celebrate Shark Week, I found some shark movies to share with you. Of course, when it comes to shark movies, there's only one that matters, and that's Jaws, which just celebrated its 50th anniversary. Nobody's done a shark movie better, but that doesn't stop filmmakers, both inside and outside of Hollywood, from trying. So, let's dive in and take a look. First up, we have Tintorera from 1977. Here, a wealthy guy, not Chris Christopherson, is bored, so he goes down to Mexico to spend time on his yacht. There he meets a sexy chick, and she gives up the goods right away because, well, that's why she's vacationing in Mexico in the first place. Man, I was totally born in the wrong part of the world, wasn't I? Anyway, she also has makeouts with Miguel. Then the killer shark shows up, the Tintorera. He puts the chomp on her when no one's looking. Not Chris Christopherson and Miguel are adversaries at first, but then make friends. Miguel and this guy with the orange hair, they're both shark hunters. Miguel teaches not Chris Christopherson the trade while the pair hunt down lovely young tourist ladies to have sexy times with. One of those ladies is Susan George, who is a match for both bros, and they soon form a trio. But the killer shark is running around, and when it puts the chomp on more people, our heroes have to deal with it. In our cast, Hugo Staglitz plays not Chris Christopherson, his character's name's Steven. He's had a long career in Spanish language films, Mexican films. Andres Garcia plays Miguel, and I really liked his character. Again, a long career in Mexican movies. Pretty much the only name brand for the rest of us is English actress Susan George. She's only in, like, the middle third of the movie. And we also have Priscilla Barnes. She played Terry on Three's Company. And she shows up here in her debut role in the last quarter or so of the picture. Now, reportedly, the original long-form cut of this movie has a lot of naked nudity. Unfortunately, I was only able to see the cut-down version. I'd like to send a shark after that editor, let me tell you. The shorter version still has some nice things to see, though. This one is okay. Bit slow, but it has great scenery. The ocean looks nice, too. A word of warning, Tintorera does feature sharks and other fish being hunted with spearfishing. And all of that was real. So if you're squeamish about that sort of thing, this one may not be for you. Next up, how about Deep Blood from 1989? This was directed by Joe D'Amato. No, not the crewman from that Star Trek episode with Lee Merriweather. Yeah, Lucky D'Amato, huh? No, this is another guy. Now, reportedly, he tends to put a lot of naked nudity in his movies. All except this one. Jeez, this isn't going too well for old Barkey dog now, is it? Too bad. Some of these girls are pretty cute. Well, anyway, our story opens with these 4 kids camping out at the beach without any supervision, as you do, just warming their wieners, when this weird hobo comes along and tells them all about a legendary shark god. He somehow talks them into taking a blood oath sealed with real blood. Yeah, they use their penknives for that. Then he gives them this carved wooden tuba and tells them the native legend of the shark. Anyway, flash forward to the then present day, and the 4 kids have taken different paths in life, and this summer they reunite. Then one of them gets chomped on by the giant shark, and the others have to find a way to take revenge and stop the evil shark dude with dynamite. I mean, I don't get this at all. They put fuses on the dynamite, right? And then take the dynamite underwater. I don't know. In our cast, there are some name brands, sort of. Court McCowan plays Alan. He was in Can't Buy Me Love and Teen Wolf. And one of the kids' parents, you may know them. The mom was played by Mitzi McCall. She did a lot of voice acting in her long career. She also appears in Silk Stockings and a Martin and Lewis comedy, You're Never Too Young. She also appears in 1958's War of the Satellites. Her real-life husband, Charlie Brill, plays the father. Don't recognize him? How about now? That's right, he was Arn Darvin in the famous Trouble with Tribbles episode of the original Star Trek. You know, the real one. He reprised his role in the Deep Space Nine episode Trials and Tribulations. Cool to see him here. Among many other things, he was also in Silk Stockings, and he was even a regular on the short-lived series Super Train. Now, this movie features a rival opposite number group of kids. They're the bad guys hassling our heroes. But not to worry. Eventually, their leader comes around and helps our heroes out. Remember that movie I reviewed a while back, Thrashin? Same thing here. Once the hero earns the respect from the baddie leader, then they make friends. Because that's how it was in the 1980s. Not today. Nowadays, you just get canceled. Ugh. Anyway, this movie really does strangely fall kind of flat. Part of the reason is the pacing, partly because all the shark footage the filmmakers got was from National Geographic, like literally. They had a fake shark head you see at the end, peeking through a porthole of this totally not convincing model of a shipwreck, too. This one is kind of skippable, really. Finally, how about this one from China? Red Water from 2021. Now, this movie starts out very strong, and it really looks good. But does it hold up to its promises? Well, dramatically, yes, anyway. See, in this one, this young doctor lady, her sister, the sister's boyfriend, and the boyfriend's new trade-up all go for a 3-hour tour. But instead of meeting up with Gilligan on a desert island, they wind up trapped in a small boat, being stalked by a giant killer shark. And they have no way to reach the safety of their yacht. The killer shark tries to put the chomp on our heroes throughout the movie. This boat here belongs to another couple who the shark already dined on. They were out spearfishing when they got chomped on by the shark, and I kept wondering, how did they get there? This boat has no motor, no sails, and no oars, but they're way out there spearfishing in the middle of nowhere. I don't know. Now, Red Water does have some really bad CGI. Well, that's not fair. Let's call it really obvious CGI. They were really trying to make a good picture here, I think that shows. But it's obvious the characters are in a green screen environment a lot of the time with CGI water and a CGI shark. Even so, I gotta say, I really like this one. It was a good suspenser, and the doctor lady, played by Chloe Zhao, was very engaging. I liked her. It's fairly short, too, clocking in at about 69 minutes. So, of all the three, I guess this one's the best film. Well worth a watch. Now, if only I could find an uncut print of Tintorera. Yeah. Well, anyway, you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.